I feel like we should talk about that today. The Thanksgiving turkey, the Thanksgiving food tier list, you know?
I saw a lot of disrespect for deviled eggs and green bean casserole on Facebook these last few days.
Deviled eggs, that's what we didn't have. That would have been good. That's what we didn't have.
I forgot I had the volume up on my iPad.
Okay, there goes that. There's that.
It's the first time in 3 seasons we're not in the same place.
I was thinking about that earlier. Like it's crazy to me that we weren't in the same place.
Yeah, because 2020 on Black Friday 2020 was a weird season, so we weren't at this point in the season yet. Mm-hmm. But 2020 on Black Friday we were in Georgetown. Yes. Last year we were at my mom's house.
Yes. Which that was a fun one.
Was last year that little shotgun show when Will bought us those Astros
That's
hats?
exactly what it was.
Pause, hold on. I'll be right back.
All right, you better hurry. Damn it. Drew Mixon's out. Gotta rearrange my fantasy shit now. Son of a gun. Damn, I don't even have a running back anymore. I gotta go find one. That sucks.
There we go.
That's it. I'm dropping Kyler Murray. Justin Fields is doing enough for me.
You're dropping Kyler Murray?
Yeah, I need to go get a running back and.
Wait, I thought Will had Justin Fields.
No, I got him. No, it's some other league.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in another league? How dare you? There we go.
All right. There we go. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I hadn't seen that one. Is that the new one?
No, it's the one Will got us.
Oh, it is. It's still got the tags and everything on it. Oh, we should start the show.
I haven't physically put it on my head since last year, but
it's a nice hat.
It is a nice hat.
I think it wore
it. I don't have anything to wear it with though.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like that cream color. Like you have to have the right.
I like this better. I'm wearing a Cowboys t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Hashbrowns and Hashmarks college football sort of halfway Thanksgiving food podcast.
Good morning.
Good
afternoon.
How are you,
Daryl? You know, I had a revelation the other day.
Tell me.
We say like good afternoon, right?
Yes.
At like any time past 12.
That is correct. So you can legally say it for 2 minutes now.
Yeah. So if you think about it, noon only lasts for 59 seconds.
That's true. You never say good noon to anyone.
No. And you only have 59 seconds to do it.
Right.
Because from 12 12:00:00:59. From 12:00:00:00 to 12:00:00:59.
Yes.
Is noon.
Well, no.
And then 12:01.
No,
12:01. Your afternoon, right?
Well, but I think it's 12:00. I think it's 12:00:00:01. It becomes afternoon because noon is 12 exactly. So
you're saying noon is only for 1 second.
Noon is only 1 second long.
Okay, I like that theory better actually.
So there's 1 millisecond every day. There's 1 second every day that you can say to someone, "Hello, good noon."
Yeah.
So
but no one does that.
No one does that. That's crazy to me.
And I can't say it now because it is 12:03.
Which is weird because after midnight you don't say like, "Oh, good evening," because it's not the evening anymore. Now it's good night. But a good night is like a goodbye.
But technically, after midnight is the morning because it's AM now.
Right, that's true.
But I don't look at it that way. They'll be like,
the morning.
It'll be like 2 a.m, and I'm like, "What are we doing tomorrow?" And they'll be like, "It's already tomorrow."
I hate that. I hate that. That's the same energy as people being like, "My baby's 23 months old." Like, bitch, he's almost 2. Just say 2.
Yeah. It's very weird not being in the same building.
It is.
Together.
We're fired up about weird stuff this year.
Like Black Friday. But although we are at least I'm in I've had a really good year. Like,
yeah, it's been good, man.
I was thinking about how, Thanksgiving was yesterday, obviously. And you think about how thankful you are for everything in life. And like this year, without a doubt, has been the best year of my life so far. You know, and I'm really excited about it. Like, I know we were talking in our Discord the other day about how I feel like this weird imposter syndrome about it, but...
Well, hey, man, nothing like that happens by accident, you know? You work there, you get there yourself.
It just, you start, if you're doing stuff one way for a long time, it starts to feel like that's the only way you're ever going to be able to do things.
Right.
And that's the only way you're ever going to be able to... You feel like you're going to be stuck in that pattern forever.
Yeah.
And then you click, like it clicks for you how fast things can change. And it's awesome.
100%. Yeah, digging out of that rut is such a nice feeling.
Also, you know what I'm super thankful for?
What's that?
I'm super thankful that I did not marry into a family that runs a 5K on Christmas.
Hey.
What absolute weirdos you have to be to do that.
Let me tell you something, man. People enjoy what they enjoy. You know what I mean? Everyone has their weird traditions, but I certainly couldn't do that.
Out of all the traditions, like, do what you got to do with your family if that's your tradition. Out of all the traditions you could say is wrong, that's the one. Yeah. Like, I feel like the type of people, like, and I was thinking about this yesterday. I feel like the type of people who run a 5K or like a half marathon, I'll do like a turkey trot. I feel like these are like super health conscious people. They exercise, they work it. Yeah, that's what they call them, a turkey trot.
That's crazy. I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah. I feel like these people are super health conscious. They eat healthy. They drink their water. They exercise because obviously you've got the training enough to be able to wake up and run a 5K or run a half marathon, which tells me that you run half marathons or 5Ks all the time.
Yeah, on a regular basis.
You're in physical shape. You're in enough physical shape to be able to do that. I feel like Thanksgiving is the one day of the year where you don't have to do that. Like, if you're the type of person who does a turkey trot, Thanksgiving should be the one day a year where you just eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, drink a bunch of soda, drink a bunch of beer, drink a bunch of whiskey, do whatever, because you're health conscious the rest of the time. If you're in enough good physical shape,
that's actually facts. Like, there's no one that's like there's no one like me or you that just never runs and then up on Thanksgiving decides to go run. You know.
Now I've seen people do it for like a challenge, like a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Like there's a YouTuber I watch. I don't know if you ever watched. His name is Scott Kramer. Have you ever watched him?
Never heard of him.
He ran a marathon with no training.
See that? I mean, I'm sure that's entertaining to watch, but man, that's not
just to prove that he could do it.
Yeah.
And
see, if you're gonna randomly decide to run one day of the year, I just feel like that's the worst time to do it because the air's cold. It like burns your nose and your lungs. Like if I'm gonna pick up running at any point in the year, just one time, I'm doing it in the spring when it's like starting to kind of get warm a little bit. You know what I mean?
There's actually like a recommended temperature.
Is it really?
Of a marathon, and if it gets anywhere above that temperature, they might cancel it.
I'm
so serious.
Will, what you talking about? I'm 336 in months. You talking about Pokemon? Is that what this is? You talking about your Pokedex? How many you caught? I think that's what he's referring to. This man has been on the grind trying to play Pokemon lately.
I think he tried to say Mons, and it auto-corrected to months.
That makes sense. Oh, no, he's talking about the baby thing. He's 336 in months. He's that many months old.
Will, you've been listening to the whole show.
Do what?
He said, no, my age.
Kelly's like, are you going to talk about football ever? I looked it up the other day. Apparently, in the past year, I turned 10,000 days old at one point.
Jesus.
And I was like, 10,000 days?
That means I'm older than 10,000 days because I'm older than you.
Yeah, I'm like 10,335.
How'd you calculate that? Because I'm curious now.
I went online. I was like, how many days old I am? There was a calculator.
How old am I? All right, let's see. Age calculator.
You're probably
age calculator. How old am I?
You're probably like 10.5, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Callie just turned. I think it was like summer we were looking at this, and Callie had like just turned 10,000 days old recently. She was like, "Oh, we should celebrate." Then we went out and ate Chick-fil-A for her 10,000th day birthday.
I'm 29 years, 2 months, and 9 days. I'm 10,662 days.
See, that was pretty close.
Very close.
I couldn't either. Well, it's so many days to think about.
I think about it. You spent. You know, a good chunk of those days going to school.
Isn't that crazy?
That's why I keep seeing this post, and like I disagree with the post, but there's probably also some truth to it. The reason why we emphasize summer so much is because that was the only time we had off of doing anything for 18 years.
That's actually true. I just realized I have to, I never uploaded the correct results graphic, so I need to do that. So give me a moment, folks, to go ahead and hit a little button real quick.
I will fill the void.
Please do. It won't take long.
Anyway, Daryl, are y'all a ham on Thanksgiving or a turkey on?
We do both. We usually end up with both.
You do both. We did brisket yesterday.
My mom has historically done duck, actually, and duck's pretty all right.
Duck. Yeah, you talked about doing duck last year.
It doesn't make it. This what pisses me off about duck. Duck's pretty good. It's fine. I think I like turkey a little bit better, but duck is different. It's fun, but it's too goddamn small. It's like the tiniest bird compared to a turkey. A turkey just makes so much. A duck, it feels like you run out in 5 minutes. It's infuriating.
That's why turducking's a thing.
I suppose so.
And I promise I won't rehash our conversation last year about turducken.
Let's not do that.
But they had a turducken on that we were watching the Cowboys game yesterday. There was a turducken. And like, it's weird to me that they only gave out the turkey leg during the CBS game. Like during the Lions game, they gave out the turkey legs. But like, it's the John Madden Thanksgiving NFL special now. They're like, the Thanksgiving games are named after John Madden, but they didn't give a turkey leg to Dak Prescott because he won player of the game.
That's crazy.
And how about them Cowboys, by the way?
What would it respond? You throw two interceptions in the first half, no touchdowns. You come back and just rally.
The second one was bullshit.
That second one was PI.
Penalties don't, like, if you're playing against the Dallas Cowboys, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Because penalties don't exist anymore.
That's how it feels.
Oh, Michael Parsons is running at you? Grab that motherfucker around the neck. They ain't gonna call
that's fine. Don't worry about it.
It happens every game. And he still sacks the quarterback like twice a game.
That's how Myles Garrett must feel. Like he just beats the lineman on like every single play, and just they don't call it on because like it's not fair. Like we have to nerf Myles Garrett somehow. So just let him.
Imagine Myles Garrett and Michael Parsons on the same team.
Yeah. Ooh, damn! Don't even. Ooh, hey. Dude, hey, let me ask you this, bro, real quick before we get into ball. How do you feel about Dallas picking up OBJ? Do you want this? Do you hate it? You're fine with it?
I like Odell. I mean, we need a wide receiver. I think Michael Gallup.
Do we? Like, Michael Gallup is a grown-ass man.
He is.
Nobody can cover CD. Throw in Schultz, you got the magic.
CD gets the freaking... Here's my problem with CeeDee Lamb. I love CeeDee Lamb, but I feel like he gets the yips, like a lot. Like one game, he'll be on his shit. He'll catch every ball, and he'd be running and juicing. And then the next game, you'll throw him a wide open ball, and he'll drop it. And he'll like I saw, what was it? Was it against the Packers? I don't remember. We were playing, and he just dropped it, or it went like right by him. And he immediately, instead of like getting back on defense, because I think Dak threw a pick, or it might have been Cooper Rush, he just like dropped his arms. He was like, oh shit. And it's like, come on, man. You just...
Well, that's the type of thing he's going to work through. What I like, and here's the thing about it. Like, you're right. He does drop some balls.
Oh, but CeeDee Lamb's a beast.
But when you throw to, because he's like the leading target. When you throw to him that much, like he's going to drop some. You know.
Oh yeah, it's like a.
So it's like he drops it. He has a bad play. Throw it to him again. He's going to be fine. Like that, and that's the thing. He does have the but he always responds well. He always comes back and starts catching like the next 3 to make up for it. Like I don't know.
Also, no hyperbole, no bias. I think Tony Pollard's top 3 running back in the league.
He is good.
Top 3, top 5.
He does have a second gear that Zeke does not have anymore.
But I still want Zeke on my team. That contract is awful. I don't want that contract. Yeah. But I want the player that Zeke is.
If I need 3 yards, I'm giving it to Zeke. If I have a good look and there's going to be a hole, I'm giving it to Tony because he's going to give us some more yards. But Zeke will get you the 2 or 3 you need for that first down when it's like 3rd and 1 every single time.
You ever heard that TikTok sound where it's like, he's like, what's your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony. And the other guy's like, my name's Ezekiel. The Cowboys running backs are named Tony.
Yes.
I think it's hilarious.
Because you guard one of them. Exactly, Will. Yeah, exactly, man.
My wife is calling me on the phone. Let me mute that. She's at work today, unfortunately. Let me...
You want me to pull out the results for the week and see how we did last week?
Yes, please.
We look at the results last week, Spencer. We both did 5-3. It was fine. I was right. The Hogs came out on top over Ole Miss. I said
they beat the dog out of Ole Miss.
Hey, what did I say, man? So that was a good pickup for me. You were right about Montana State beating Montana. That was a shame. I just felt like the Grizzlies were going to do it. They didn't. And then, of course, we were both wrong about Oklahoma State. I forgot what happened in that game or who they were playing. Who are they playing?
Oklahoma. It was Bedlam.
That's right. It was Bedlam. Yeah, they got the dog shit kicked out of them. So, yeah, 5-3 for both of us. You progressed.
Oh, can you hear me good? I just realized my mic has been, like, way out of frame.
Yeah, you've been fine.
All right. Cool.
And so both of us 5-3 on the year. I am currently 61-33. You are 58-36. Score, as you can see there, 22-16. So we ain't got many games. We have. And in fact, actually, this week we need to pick for. Or no, we don't necessarily have to pick for, but the week that there's not going to be many games, there's going to be the. Which week is it? It's the week of the championships. There's also going to be the Army-Navy game. I think we have to pick for because that'll be like the week following. So,
December 10th is the Army-Navy game.
Right. So we have to pick for the championship games and for that game in the same week. And then we have like our bye week or whatever, and then we come back and actually pick the bowls.
Yeah, we always do a bye week.
Yeah.
Between the regular season, between the Army-Navy game and bowl season, you ain't getting a show.
Right. So we do the bye week thing. But yeah, so it's getting close, man. Bowl season, obviously, I think we're going to have like a big pick'em extravaganza where we go, and that be like our final thing where we pick all the bowl games, and that's how we arrive at our final score.
And then once we get to the playoff, we can do the playoff games too.
Right. But we're pretty close, man. We are. You're only basically actually wins and losses. You're only 3 games back from me. The score, you're still kind of hurt from that original damn Georgia game. But we both did pick some upsets that were supposed to happen that didn't. Like Texas was a favorite. We picked Texas was an underdog. We both picked them to beat whoever it was early, or TCU, I think, and TCU still won it. So things like that kind of got to both of us. But it's been close, man. It's been a very close year.
It has. Yeah. Doing this, the numbers has been...
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Made it much more fun. And I feel like our production, even though it's still just us talking through Discord and like live streaming it, I feel like our production value has gone up so much.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking back through some of our stuff. Our production value is going crazy because remember when we used to like record the beginning of the week and then we'd send me the file and then I would upload it.
Yeah. It used to be
I would
really
edit
messy.
it down and then upload it.
This is much more fun because it's live as well, and also the whole thing is much more seamless. Well, let's pick some games, man. Some quick updates for you. Tulane is currently up 10-3 on Cincy. Is that one of our games? Are we picking that? We are picking that. Shoot.
I forgot there were games today, to be honest with you.
Baylor and Texas are playing. We're not picking them. So.
Oh, they're here in Austin. I could have went to that.
You could have. Currently, currently Texas is up on Baylor 17-12. We are in the second quarter. Tulane is currently up on Cincy. You want to pick that game just real quick before we know anything else about it?
Roll wave.
Cincy is a 1-point favorite.
Tulane.
I think I'm going with Tulane as well. I don't know. This is the first time we're ever picking a game as it's happening. Oh, let's see.
You remember we used to do the
time machine game.
The time machine game, the Wayback Machine.
Give me Cincy. They haven't let me down all year. Give me Cincy.
Yeah.
And then you're taking Tulane. All right. There's that. North Carolina and NC State. Now this is going to be an interesting one because the Tar Heels did lose last week. Can you hear me, Spencer?
Georgia Tech. Did we?
Yeah, we froze for a second. We're good now.
Did we freeze?
I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Yeah. North Carolina lost to Georgia Tech last week, which is a little nuts.
It is strange, isn't it? Is there a injury? Like, did Drake May get hurt? What happened there?
No, he just had a bad game.
It's so bizarre. Does he rebound this week? They will be at home. And NC State obviously has had some good moments this year, but they did lose 2 back-to-back to Boston College and Louisville. Both teams kind of struggling right now.
They lost to Boston College.
They lost to Boston College.
But also, Devin Leary is injured, so. Yeah, give me the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with the Tar Heels this year as well.
That game's going to start in about 2 hours.
So we're going to do NC, not State for both of us. All right, another rivalry game. This is going to be a big one.
I saw a score and I was like, wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen, but it's basketball.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. They're not supposed to be losing.
Confused us all, huh? So, in Doak Campbell, we will have the Florida Gators going to visit the Florida State Seminoles. Big rivalry game. You know, these two teams hate each other every single year. This is going to be a pretty fun one to watch, honestly.
I didn't realize Florida State was ranked.
Florida State is number 16, quietly.
Which makes LSU's loss to them look just a little bit better.
Yeah. And you got to think about their losses, too. So they lost to Clemson. It was a very close game. Who else did they lose to? They lost to Clemson, NC State, and Wake Forest. So they kind of lost like the toughest little stretch of their schedule. And then they kind of rebounded. So they look really good against...
Also, can we talk about the fact that Syracuse started 6-0 and now they're 6-5?
Yeah, they got squashed completely by Florida State. So the Seminoles look good right now. And of course, Florida just lost to Vanderbilt, so do with that what you will. But who you got in this one, man? Should be fun. Probably gonna end up one-sided though, in my opinion.
Yeah, give me the Seminoles.
I agree.
Although Florida does still have Anthony Richardson, so like when Anthony Richardson's on.
Yeah, but
he's on.
Yeah,
like,
but
watch the highlights in that Utah game.
Is he ever on?
Yeah.
That was week 1.
Yeah. He hasn't really turned it on much since.
Now, here's a big one.
Give me Florida State.
Here is a very big one, actually. USC, number 6, hosting Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, who quietly have won 5 in a row, very dominantly, after having a very, frankly, abysmal start. Caleb Williams is looking fantastic for USC right now, but Notre Dame's defense is playing pretty damn good. Who you got in this one, man? Should be a pretty tight one. It's going to be a 6:30 game. It will be at USC.
See, you read this, you look at the numbers, you look at the stats, and you're like, oh, USC. By a mile, right?
Right.
Because it's Notre Dame. You never know which Notre Dame team is going to come out the locker room. Like,
yes.
You don't know what's going to happen, right? So, but also, Notre Dame's good for an upset. Notre Dame always beats somebody that they should not beat.
They do.
And so you look at this and you're like, now, what I really want to happen, I want Notre Dame to win this game because that way USC can't jump LSU. Like, we need some chaos to happen for LSU to playoff.
Yeah.
First and foremost, we have to win the SEC championship. But if Brian says morning, gents.
Hey, what's up, Brian?
I'm up only. Yeah, I knew he'd probably be late. Early show. I'm up. Yeah, because it's like 10 o'clock for him right now.
Oh yeah. We swapped it up.
I'm only up for the longest shift of the year. Oh yeah, dude, you work for. It's Black Friday. I forgot.
Yeah.
Shout out all my retail peeps.
I actually went and shopped retail today, or did I? In the same room as the person whose gift I bought. Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, so like, you look at this and you're like, Notre Dame might pull it off. It's a rivalry game. Playing for the jeweled shillelagh, which is what USC and Notre Dame play for.
This is what you do.
Everything
you
in my
decide.
soul, everything in my soul wants to say Notre Dame, but I'm gonna say USC.
You gotta take the Trojans.
I just think USC's got the talent.
I think USC doesn't play defense anymore, and I think that Notre Dame does. I think their offense does enough. I think Caleb Williams gets shut down this game. It will be close, but I think the Irish do come out on top. It's going to be a shocker. USC's going to drop. That'll be into that. It'll help LSU. Give me the
Who's
Irish.
behind USC? No. Okay. Now Auburn, y'all going to win the Iron Bowl because Alabama's number.
Hey man, that'd be fun. We're going to talk about that obviously. But yeah, give me the Irish. You're going to take USC.
I may change college football teams sometimes, although I haven't done that in a long time. I've always been consistent about being LSU, but there's 3. If you know anything, there's 3 teams. If you know anything about my fandom, there's 3 teams I don't like. Alabama, the Eagles, and the Yankees. I'm consistent about that.
Yes, sir. Now here's a game that I think you'll find confusing, because I find it confusing. This is a big rivalry game. These 2 teams do not like each other. However, it has been very one-sided in recent years. We have the Clemson Tigers hosting the Gamecocks of South Carolina. This is a game that realistically you look at on paper and say, yeah, Clemson's going to win, right? But then again, South Carolina.
You just watched South Carolina beat the brakes off of Tennessee.
Now, granted, this is the same Tennessee team. They beat Alabama, but of course, Hendon Hooker did go down. He's out for the year with ACL, MCL, both, right? He blew his leg completely fucking out. But this is
really, he was having a Heisman season, bro.
It's a confusing team. This South Carolina team this year because Spencer Rattler's been on and off. he has had moments of greatness, but like I say, I mean, they beat Tennessee, but then they lose in the swamp to Florida. Then they beat Vandy at Vandy in a close one. Then they lose to Mizzou at home. Beat A&M at home. Of course, it's not saying much this year, but they're confusing. And of course, you look at Clemson, who's lost to Notre Dame. Of course, that may tell you Notre Dame's actually good, but they've had some very close ones. Almost lost to Syracuse, almost lost to Florida State, managed to get by Louisville. This is a beatable Clemson team that is probably not realistically the number 8 team in the country. I don't know, man. Is there a way? Vegas says no. Vegas says that the Tigers are going to win by 2 touchdowns. But who you got in this one, man?
You look at that stat and you look at that 11.1%, and you're like, so you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, it's a double-digit chance, exactly.
God. See, part of me wants to be like SEC, pick the Gamecocks. Also, because they're 2 touchdown underdog, I'd get a shit ton of points.
Yeah.
God.
I'm pretty torn on this one. The safe pick is obviously Clemson, but you feel like, hey, this could be absolutely one that you could pick up.
Clemson's at home.
Clemson's at home.
In good old Life Valley, South Carolina.
But it is an 11 o'clock game the day after Thanksgiving. I mean, it has all the signs, bro. Like,
it's like, God, this feels like,
yeah, it's
wait, they're playing today? No,
they're playing tomorrow.
Okay. Not directly the day after Thanksgiving. I hope South Carolina did eat a lot of turkey, and I hope Clemson ate a shit ton of turkey, because turkey's got tryptophan in it. It makes you sleepy.
It does.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clemson.
Yeah.
Although I don't want to risk the points and say South Carolina, but like I think there's a realistic chance that South Carolina wins the game. But
I do too.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Give me Clemson by. If Clemson wins, I think it'll be by that advertised like 15 points. I think it'll be by that number.
Yeah.
But if South Carolina makes any game out of this,
it really starts to lean towards the Gamecocks. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty damn torn on this one. Spencer Rattler still looks like an alien, and because of that, I gotta go with the Tigers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Does he have albinism?
I don't know, man.
He looks like he has like shades of albinism.
Maybe so. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe what I said was just very offensive. Let's see. We got the Iron Bowl, my boy. Alabama.
One day a year, I become the biggest Auburn fan on the planet.
It's always a fun game, and Auburn wins this game when they're not supposed to all the time. This is a very common game for Alabama to somehow lose because the Tigers just rally in this one every single year. But Bama is
but they're in Tuscaloosa this year, and Auburn doesn't win in Tuscaloosa.
That is right, exactly. And so they're
which is why I'm picking Alabama, because Alabama's still Alabama, and Auburn sucks this year. The only time Auburn sucks and beats Alabama is when they're playing in Auburn.
Right.
But they're playing in Tuscaloosa this year.
The truth is still the
truth.
This
game will probably still be close because Auburn is Nick Saban's kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
But for them to win, they have to be in Jordan Hare.
The truth is still the truth. Give me Alabama in this one.
Like, if this game is close at all, I think Auburn wins.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not close, it's going to be... I don't even know who Auburn is playing at quarterback.
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't care to find out. We got the Ducks of Oregon. Brian's Oregon Ducks going in, number 9 right now, sitting at 9-2, going to visit the Oregon State Beavers. Always a fun game, this one. Big time rivalry game, obviously.
Civil War.
And it is...
Brian, is it still called the Civil War? I heard they were changing that.
Maybe they do. Maybe they are. But yeah, the Ducks are 3 points favorites in this one on the road. And still without Bo Nix? Isn't that... Yeah, they're still without Bo Nix, aren't they? Because he's out for the year.
Bo Nix is down. Bo played last week, though.
He did. But confidently, that defense did take care of Utah last week. They took care of business. Which they did not do against Washington, RIP. But it is what it is. Here we are. This is a rivalry game. You never know what's going to happen here. Who you got in this one, man? It's Brian giving us some
it's
input.
Not called that, but haven't given it a replacement name, so I'm still calling it the Civil War. Me too.
It's like the Washington Commanders before they were the Commanders. Like, it is the rivalry game. That's what we're calling it until further notice.
Yeah.
The Oregon rivalry game.
I kind of wish the Commanders would have stayed the Washington football team. I like that.
I like the Washington.
Part of me wanted.
I like the Washington command strips.
Shout out Trap House Sports. Yeah, they're in Corvallis for this one. Oregon State's been playing well.
Yes.
Better than they have in years.
Coming off of, they also lost by 3 points to Washington, so it really, really confuses you, you know?
Yeah.
This is going to be a very evenly matched team. I hate to say this, but I think I'm taking the Beavers in this one. They're at home. I think that they're playing.
Is Bo playing? Because if Bo's playing, I think the Ducks win.
Is he playing?
If Bo is not playing, I think this game is going to be closer than maybe it should be.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to play.
Okay.
But is he going to be 100%?
What's the spread on this one?
It's a 3 points. Oh, the spread?
Not the spread. Like what?
Over-under?
You know what I mean? Yeah. What's the? No. What's the Oregon by?
Oregon is a 3-point favorite. The Ducks are favored by 3.
Okay. Cool.
Bo Nix is in. He's a game time decision, or he was last week.
Brian says this game makes me nervous every year, especially nervous this time around. Hobbled Nick at Research Stadium is a terrifying thought. I agree with you.
Or does he come out and have like a superhuman? Does he come out like Josh?
Does
Allen?
he go superhuman like he did when he was at Auburn?
Yeah. Does he come out and do what Josh Allen did against the Vikings and come out with his messed up Tommy John's arm and actually play very, very well despite the loss?
God, this was hard to pick.
Yeah, I'm very torn.
My heart says Oregon because of our good friend Brian, and I've always liked Oregon. Like, you look at the numbers and you're like, it could be the Beavers.
I'll be rooting for the Ducks, but I think I'm taking the Beavers in this one just because they're at home and Bo Nix is like. There's just too many question marks. I'm
gonna go Beavers too.
Oh, damn it! See that? I hate that. I was expecting you to take the Ducks.
I'm gonna go Beavers too. Like I said, they're at home. Bo is hobbled, and the Beavers wear orange, and that's my favorite color. So
yeah, I think I got to stick with the Beavers. There's just too many question marks right now. Oregon has too much to lose. Because this is a game that if they win, they're still very much in playoff contention, especially if a couple things go wrong for other.
Brian says you guys both picked Utah, so we'll see.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Yeah, give me the Beavers.
But that was under the knowledge that we thought Bo Nix wasn't going to be playing.
Right.
In our defense, we didn't think Bo Nix was playing. So.
But even with Bo Nix playing this one, I just don't know. Ohio State.
Oh,
Michigan.
Brian, since we're on the show, Brian, I need you to explain the Hawk thing to me. Brian texts me every week about seeing Hawks, and the number of Hawks that they see correlates to how many touchdowns the Ducks are going to win by.
I see.
And I haven't asked him to explain it to me yet. And maybe he has, and I didn't read the message fully. Mm-hmm. I just need to know, Brian, if you would be so kind. But apparently it's an Oregon thing. Anyway.
It's one of those traditions.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Like, people get on A&M for their traditions all the time, but, like, look around the country, there's some other people that do some weird shit, too. Not that the Hawk thing is weird. That's actually neat. But, like...
Spencer, I have a question for you.
What up?
Is the Ohio State going to fuck around and lose the game this weekend?
I hope so.
It is the Wolverines going to visit the Buckeyes. Number 3 versus number 2. Both teams yet to lose because
this is like
them schedules, right?
This is like game of the century type shit, right?
It is. Like, Michigan's defense is playing out of its mind. The offense has been proficient. Ohio State.
Is Blake Corum injured? Is Blake Corum playing?
That is a good question. Let's find out.
I feel like I heard somewhere that Blake Corum got injured last week.
Is he playing? This is 4 hours ago. Blake Corum has been the backbone. The worst point. There's been plenty of uncertainty. Corum said his knee was fine. He should be back. So it looks like tentatively yes.
Bad.
Jim Harbaugh has no update, but one player appears to suggest that he would not play. It looks like it's going to be a game time decision type beat.
My dad used to count the Hawks on the drive down for fun one day. As a kid, like a decade ago, I joked it was the number of touchdowns and win by, and it just kind of stuck. So it's not even an Oregon thing.
No, it's a Brian thing. That's cool.
That's super fucking cool, bro. I like that shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a game time decision though. I bet it's gonna be a situation where they suit him up and then just have him like play it by ear, like go on a play, see how he feels, type thing.
There's somebody new in the chat. Killer24, welcome to the friend. Ohio State's been shot is excellent. Close game between two great teams. But I give Ohio State the edge because of home field. I don't disagree with any of that.
Killer,
if this is your first time checking out the show, welcome, Killer. 24.
Very glad to have you here, my friend. Yeah, it's gonna be a close one.
What is it like? Remember the Legend 27?
Yeah. I do remember that.
That's what that name reminds me of.
we're like, oh my god, a new viewer, no one panic. have competent opinions.
Yeah.
Should be a fun game though. I feel like what's happened in the past couple of years is we've always been kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know, it could go either way, and then one team was just pulled away and been dominant. It feels like this is never actually a close game. It always is like a pull away type game the past 2 or 3 years. But yeah,
Michigan finally got done last year.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't it be something if they won at the Horseshoe?
I think it's going to come down to who's going to have a more dominant running game because C.J. Stroud obviously has been fantastic.
I think he's going to win the Heisman. I really do.
I do too. But I think as far as this game goes, I truly think about it. It's going to be who can establish the run because if they force C.J. Stroud to make a bunch of throws, he'll obviously be able to do that for a lot of the game. But I don't know if they'll be able to keep it up. So I think it comes down to who can run the ball because both defenses are very good. Michigan's defense I think is better.
If you're making me pick running backs and Blake Corum is on one side and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pick Blake Corum.
So you going with Michigan then?
Yeah, give me Michigan.
All right.
Because I dislike Ohio State.
I mean, yeah,
not dislike their fan base isn't.
No, it's not even their fan base for me. It's the you know, like I just hear that and I'm like, oh come on.
Yeah, this one's hard.
Give me somehow I have a bad feeling about Blake Corum. I think he's going to try to play, and it's not going to work out. I think because of that, their offense is going to be kind of one-dimensional because Blake Corum's going to get hurt or he's going to actually not play. They're going to try to go without him. C.J. Stroud's been fantastic. I think he's going to be your Heisman winner. I hope the Wolverines win, but I think I got to take Ohio State.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Michigan. I want Michigan to win. I'm going to be Michigan. If you've made me, my whole life, I've always been, if you made me pick between.
You've always been anti-establishment.
You made me pick Ohio State and Michigan. I've always picked Michigan. I've always just liked them better.
Yeah.
I love the rivalry though. Like when they cross out the Ibs on Ohio State's campus, it's the best.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the more fun rivalry games to watch because those teams, I mean, they detest.
It's probably it's the best, right? Like past few seasons, it's been the best because it might be when Auburn is good. It's the Iron Bowl, period.
Right.
To me, that's the best rivalry.
But in recent years, Michigan and Ohio State have both been.
Wait until Texas and A&M come back, and that's going to be the best.
Yeah, it'll be like, all right, who's going to be the better 5 and 6 going into this game? That's what it's going to feel like.
One day we're going to get to the point where Texas where UT and A&M are both going to be 5 and 6 going into the weekend playing for bowl eligibility.
Yeah. I wanted it to be the case.
You're going to play in the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
I wanted it to be the case where the first time they met was not because Texas was joining the SEC, but because they both made the playoff. That would have been so damn awesome. Bryce, it's getting hard for a Michigan on this one. I'm a believer. I'm a believer too, except for the fact that I'm also defeated inside.
It's not a D20. It's actually a regular dice, Brian.
It's a D6.
Yeah, but I do have D20s. Hold on.
All right.
Uno momento por favor.
Spencer, you got some uniforms for me, man? I got Christmas shopping I got to go do.
I do have a D20 right here, Brian. Here you go. It is a Magic the Gathering themed D20. It is a spin down. Anyway, the uniforms I want to show you I can't next week. So I'm gonna find some different ones because there's some good ones.
We disagreed on 3 games this week, so should be interesting to see how that plays out.
I wonder how the USA is doing versus.
Oh, just so you know, Spencer, between Michigan and Ohio State, Michigan is a 7.5 point underdog. So if you're risking 2 points, you still going to roll with Michigan?
God damn it!
I know, right? Everybody else you picked was fine. It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, flip my pick. Give me the Buckeyes.
You taking Ohio?
I don't want to risk the points.
Hey, you know what? I will risk the points for that, actually.
I don't want to risk the points.
Hearing that makes me want to pick Michigan. So he flips. So Spencer's picking Ohio. I'm picking Michigan.
Anyway, Killer24 says, as an Alabama fan, obviously may not make a bowl game, and Alabama is not playing like Alabama. So I think Ohio State versus Michigan is the game to watch this year. I agree with you.
Yeah,
but I
always
watch the Iron Bowl because crazy shit
Yeah, you
happens.
never know what's going to happen. Ever since the kick 6 year, like it's, and obviously I'm sure that was traumatic for Killer, but
Brian says, "Oh, that swap is super cursed. Something weird.
Something's happening. Yeah,
I agree.
Something's happening in that game, man.
Let me see. Let me find some uniforms. We've only been on for 40 minutes. Jesus Christ! I feel like we didn't talk about football for like the first half of the show.
Oh boy.
Let's see what we got. Oh, it's West Virginia. We've looked at this year.
You know what, Killer?
USF.
Real quick, Killer, since you just got here and you probably didn't see this earlier, we keep score every week on how we're doing on picks. Spencer's picks last week went 5-3. I also went 5-3. Over the year, this is our current record. I did get to 60 wins. Spencer will get to 60 wins probably this week. And then our scores, the way we do this is you get 1 point for wins, 1 point is removed for losses. But if you pick an underdog, depending on how many touchdowns of an underdog they are, you basically gamble that. So like if you pick the underdog and they're a 14-point underdog, you get 3 points instead of just 1. Or if they're like a 10-point favorite, you get 2 points instead of just 1. But you also risk that many. So that's why Spencer, although he has like a really close record to me, he picked Oregon to win week 1 against Georgia, and that cost him 3 points because there was a more than 2 touchdown favorite for Georgia, and he picked Oregon. And so like that and other things like how he got behind in the actual score. But it's still pretty close.
I found some uniforms, by the way.
You got them?
Yeah, USF. They're wearing that slime green, and I just really like them.
All right, hang on, let me fix this.
University of South Florida Bulls.
Let's see, USF uniforms.
They're on Twitter.
The Daily Stampede.
That sounds like a student-run newspaper on campus.
It does. Here we go, baby.
They're just highlighter electric ass green. And I like that shade of green a lot. Also,
is it going to play? It didn't actually show the uniforms. That was our teaser.
Oh.
Here we go. This is actually... Oh, okay. Here, this is where we see that. Oh, this is going to take me way back.
Warm and punished. We were tough, and we never gave up.
This one they're doing... That looks... Oh, they're going back to there. This isn't the ones I saw, but okay. This works.
I think this is it, isn't it?
No. Because that was when...
was that earlier in the year?
No, this is like highlights of the 2007.
Well, let me just go to their damn Twitter and see if I can find them here.
Yeah. They're on Twitter. They're on the South Florida Twitter.
Here we go.
I do like this video. This video is very nice.
Yeah, the video is hype. All right, here we go. This is it right here. Okay, interesting. This man looks like he's about to hunt down a cheeseburger. He's like, hey, come here, let me get it.
Yeah, their helmets, they've got the signatures down that middle stripe.
Yeah, look at that.
Seniors.
Can we get a zoom for that? That'd be pretty cool if we could get...
Brian says very Seahawks jersey. I agree. I wish the Seahawks wear those jerseys more often. I want their main color scheme to be this shade of green and like a light charcoal gray.
Yeah, so you can see the signatures in the helmet line there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. I just think these are cool.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say about the NFL. In recent years, they've really stepped up on some of like the one-time special uniforms, you know?
Can we show the Cowboys uniforms from yesterday?
Yeah,
Jones,
sure.
Fire, bro. I know you watched the game, obviously, but we used to always wear these uniforms on Thanksgiving, and then Roger No Fun Goodell was like, each team can only have one helmet. It didn't make sense to wear these uniforms anymore. But they look really good. Really good.
They must have changed the helmet rule then.
Yeah, they did.
Because I do remember that happening, but then yesterday, like, they clearly had the actual correct helmets. Here we go. Can I get, like, more? I want, like, this is the same ones, but I want specifically this week. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yeah, look nice. Like Parsons look nice. There we go. There's Dak with the helmet on. Yeah, so I like that old school. It's very reminiscent of the old days, obviously.
Yeah.
Before the outline, everything was.
Brian says one helmet as a Duck fan that crushes my soul. Yeah. That's,
yeah, I know. You're so used to having everything just be iced out, right? But
see, Daryl, I'm gonna point this out to you, and like as
a what now? Say that again.
I'm gonna point something out to you about the Cowboys uniform, and as a Cowboys fan, you may have known, but I've noticed it for years, and it drives me nuts.
Okay.
Our regular home white, because we wear white at home. Always
yes,
have.
Yes.
Our regular home white jerseys, the numbers on those jerseys are like a royal blue. They're not like a navy blue, and they don't have an outline around them.
Yeah.
You look at our navy blue jerseys, the white numbers, the jerseys, the blue on the white jerseys doesn't match any of the other blue in any of our color schemes.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I don't know why that
we
is.
have the color. Yeah. But we have the color rush jerseys that have the navy blue numbers with the navy blue outline. That's just the exact opposite of our blue. We should wear those all the time. Like, that should just be... I think we should go...
Uh-oh, he froze. He's going for... Hey, look, hang on, look at this. Look at this man is sleeping. Hang on. He looks like he's asleep. That may be the show, folks. We may have lost him forever. Hello, Spencer? Can you hear me? He's gone. He's gone. Brian says, I don't like when the Chargers do the dark blue look instead of the powder blue. It feels like too much like the Rams. I agree, yeah. And I don't like whenever Washington, the Commanders, I don't like whenever they do the those black and yellow jerseys either, because they look like the Steelers, you know? There's too much weird overlap. I feel like we're all adults here. We can, like, make these changes to the NFL. I don't know why. Screenshot it and make this the Resident Spencer emo. Absolutely. He's gone. I think the show's over. I think the show might be over. I feel like Spencer's laptop exploded. That's what catches you going acorn? What the hell are you talking about, Will? Going nuts, is that what you mean? I'm waiting for a text from Spencer where he's like, what's going on? I bet he can still hear me when he's, like, talking to me. Spencer's Wi-Fi went down. Okay. Shit out on me. All right, I'll wrap up for you. All right, that's it. There's the show, folks. Spencer's Wi-Fi died. Well, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. Spencer, there we go. Now, hang on, let me get it. This motherfucker's gone. Hang on. Can I get this to not be full screen? There we go. Now I can pull this over so you guys can actually see me, maybe. All right, there it is. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful season. And we will talk to you next week for the championships, I believe. Then we'll have a bye week. And then we will talk about the bowl games week after that. So take care of yourselves. Enjoy the remainder of your holiday season. Brian, be good, my friend. We'll take care. And Killer24, thank you so much for joining us. Usually this doesn't happen. See you championship week will be hype. It will be hype. We can't wait to talk to you then, man. Be good. See you next time. And have yourself a damn good one. I'm going to get out of here. Good God.